Manifesting Wealth, Module 1 by Steve G. Jones. Hi, I'm Steve G. Jones, clinical hypnotherapist, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Florida, a master's degree in education from Armstrong Atlantic State University, and a doctorate in education from Georgia Southern University. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, a member of both the American Board of Hypnotherapy and the National Guild of Hypnotists, and I'm president of the American Alliance of Hypnotists. I'm the director of the Steve G. Jones School of Clinical Hypnotherapy. I also serve on the board of directors of the American Lung Association in Los Angeles. I have over 2 decades of experience in hypnotherapy, and I still maintain a busy practice and teaching schedule because I see clients and teach classes worldwide. My client base consists mainly of people who want to lose weight, stop smoking, or gain confidence. Other clients include sales teams interested in boosting motivation and increasing income, also singles looking for love, insomniacs desiring proper sleep, and actors desiring more confidence for their next audition. When I travel to see clients and teach hypnotherapy certification classes around the world, I visit such places as Tokyo, Japan, Barcelona, Spain, Paris, France, London, England, Montreal, Canada, Los Angeles, California, and New York, just to name a few. By the way, since you have an interest in hypnosis, perhaps you would be interested in becoming a certified clinical hypnotherapist. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is go to my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com, and click on Hypnosis Classes at the top. You can either train in person or online. After your training, you'll be added to our worldwide directory of certified clinical hypnotherapists, and you'll receive a certificate. I was fortunate for many years to have my office in Beverly Hills, California, where I worked with such wonderful people as Tom Mankiewicz, the writer of Superman, Geraldine Saunders, the writer of The Love Boat, and many other celebrities. I have been interviewed on CNN, Fox News, and appeared on True TV, in addition to having my own hypnosis TV show. With my over 20 years of experience, I'm happy to share with you techniques that I've both developed and learned, which can help you improve your life. I encourage you to visit my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com. There you will find my life's work, 22 books on hypnotherapy, over 3,000 hypnosis recordings available as downloadable MP3s or CDs, and these recordings will program your mind to achieve goals in such areas as weight loss, motivation, and stopping smoking. I also have audiobooks, such as this one, where I'm talking with you and sharing with you in a very dynamic way techniques that you can use to improve your life and the way you do things. The reason I'm telling you all of this is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that I, your teacher, am very capable and I know what I'm talking about. I'm also very happy for the opportunity to share this information with you, so rest assured that you're in good hands, and let's have some fun as we now expand your knowledge. I wish you well in all of your endeavors, and please be sure to visit my website, betterlivingwithhypnosis.com. Let's go ahead and start out with a module that's going to prepare you for wealth manifestation. You should open up your mind to the possibility of wealth. Rich minds never say never. So ask yourself how your dreams can be accomplished. Never tell yourself that wealth is impossible for you, and realize that your mindset defines the possibility for wealth in your life. You should work on developing a purpose for your life. You know, everyone needs a purpose and something to stand for. So I want you to write down what you think it is. And what do I mean by writing down what you think it is? Well, in just a few moments, I'm going to be silent. And as long as you're not driving a car or operating any kind of a motor vehicle, as long as you're able to write something down, I want you to do this. If not, then just do it later. But I'm going to give you a minute, and I'm going to play some music in the background. And I want you to just take time to write down what you think your life purpose is. Now, the reason I'm only giving you a minute is because I want you to just let the thoughts flow, rapid fire, write them down. What do you think your life purpose is? What you're going to find as you write those things down is that one of them, maybe more than one, maybe you have a few things you should work on in your life and fulfill. That's fine, but at least one of those things should grab you. When you're writing it down, it won't feel like you're just writing something down to write it down. It will inspire you. For me, I can feel literally the hairs in the back of my neck standing up. When I get excited about something, when something moves me, when I know it's something that really touches my soul, touches my spirit, it's really something that I'm into, I literally feel the hairs in the back of my neck rise. So whatever it is just for you, that gives you that special feeling that you know it's something different than just writing something down, put a little star next to that, to the left of it. Put a little star next to it because you know that's something special. So I'm going to let you jump right into this. I'm going to give you a minute, and I want you to just write down anything that comes to your mind. And remember, the topic is what you think your life purpose is, the purpose for your life, what you're here to do. What do you think it is? Now, I'm using the word think because I don't want you to feel that you have to choose what you are definitely here to do. Although, when you relax like that, when you just put it in the think category, just what you think it might be, it allows the thoughts to flow. So if I were to say to you, for example, write down definitely what your life purpose is, why are you here, write it down. If I were to present it like that, it would be more daunting for you, and you may have some challenges producing it. In other words, it might not come out on paper. But I'm giving you the opportunity to just relax about it, to write down what you think it might be. Whimsically, what do you think it might be? If it could be anything you want it to be, what do you think it might be? So keep that laid-back attitude in mind as you write this down, and realize that that's where the truth is going to come from. You just relaxing about it. Okay? So you've got 1 minute to do it. All right, so I'm going to play some music, and I want you to write down just a list of things that you think you're here for, that you think your life purpose is. Ready? Go. Keep writing. That's right. Keep writing items. What do you think you're here for? What do you think your life purpose is? All right, remember to put a star next to any of the items that really inspire you. Keep writing. 15 seconds left. Remember, you're writing a list of things that you think you are here to do. All right, so now you've got a list of things that you think you're here to do. Maybe, possibly. Maybe you just wrote some of the things just to write them, and that's okay. If there's anything on that list that you really feel that you just wrote down just to write something down, go ahead and cross it out. But if there's anything that you put a star next to, or even a few things you put a star next to, go ahead and circle those things. I guarantee you that in that list of things that you have a circle around, or the one thing you have a circle around, is what you are here to do. And it may seem strange to you, but it came from you. It came from your subconscious mind. You wrote it down. Now, why did I have you do it quickly when you just got into this program? Why did I only give you a minute? Because I wanted you to shoot from the hip. Thinking isn't important here. What is important is getting information from your subconscious mind, and that's how we do it, by just having you create those things one after the other, not thinking about it, just writing it down. See what comes out. So now, if you have something written down that you did put a star next to and did circle, you have your life purpose, or several things that are your life purposes, and that's okay. Many people do many different things, and that's okay. Now, I want to tell you a secret to wealth building. I didn't become wealthy until I really started focusing on what I am here to do, which is primarily hypnosis, helping people through the power of hypnosis, but also extending that into life coaching, business coaching, neuro-linguistic programming. That's when I started to really make more money, when I looked for ways to reach more people through programs such as this that can reach thousands of people. That's when I started making more money. That's when I started really manifesting wealth. But what was I doing? Following my passion. It wouldn't have mattered if I was sharpening pencils. If that was my passion and I wanted to reach a lot of people doing it, I would have found a way to manifest money sharpening pencils. Maybe starting a sharpening pencil service, which sounds absolutely absurd, doesn't it? But I guarantee if I had the passion and the drive to do it, it would have made money. And I use that example as an illustration to say that whatever you wrote down, as strange as it may sound to you, as off the wall as it may sound, if that is your passion, that's what you need to follow, because that's where the wealth is. That's where the wealth happens, when you follow your passion. So if it's something like sharpening pencils and it looks to you to be something off the wall, something absurd, I want you to realize that you should find a way to follow that. When I first told my parents that I wanted to go into hypnosis full-time, guess what they said? They said, well, you should major in business and minor in computers. That's what they suggested. Well, instead, I got my degree in psychology and followed that up with degrees in education because I wanted to both learn psychology and then learn how to teach others. And I also developed my skills in hypnosis. So I want to encourage you to follow your passion. That's where the money comes from. If you follow the money first without following your passion, well, what you're going to find is that it doesn't really lead anywhere. It doesn't lead to anything fulfilling. You need to figure out what your passion is and follow that and realize that that is where the money comes from. I also want to encourage you to look at the bright side of every situation always. Always think of the glass as half full, not half empty. Change your negative thoughts by asking what an optimist would think, and take moments throughout the day to simply be happy about what's going on now. Also, replace fear with courage. Challenges are stepping stones to be fearlessly climbed. Only when you face your fears head on will you be able to manifest wealth. You should work on defining and developing your passions. Now that you've written your list and found your passion, and by the way, if you didn't find anything that really got you excited, then do that exercise again. Find what it is that really gets you going. And once you find that, realize that the world needs you. Find out how you can contribute to the world by following your passion. I didn't know initially when I became a hypnotist what would happen, how I would contribute to the world. I found out by following that path. And when you follow your passion, everything else will fall into place. This step can take some time, and realize it can take a lot of internal searching to put all the pieces together, even once you know your passion. But realize that that's part of the fun. You'll work 15 or 20-hour days sometimes following your passion, but that's part of the fun, putting the pieces together. And when you're following your passion, when you're doing what you're meant to do, it doesn't seem like work. It seems like something very fun and very exciting. And if you still find yourself in a confused state, confused about your passion, so don't let what others think stop you from doing what you love. If you wrote something on that list and you're looking at it and thinking, well, I want to do that, but I don't know what other people would think about it, I want you to let that go. You need to follow your passion and realize that you own it. It's yours. You're going to follow it. It's your path, so be okay with it. So if you are still confused about your passion, I just want you to think about your favorite activities. Just let it go for a while. Let this passion idea go and just think about your favorite activities, what you really enjoy doing. For me, one of my favorite activities is scuba diving, for example. And if I were not to follow my passion in hypnosis, perhaps I would have become a certified dive instructor, teaching people around the world how to dive. What a wonderful way to make a living and follow my passion. So for me, that's what it probably would have been if it hadn't been for hypnosis, because I still really enjoy it. So think about it in those terms, your favorite activities. Also, develop your passion as a stairway to success. It's fine to find your passion. It's wonderful to discover it. Let's say, for example, that I had gone into scuba diving as my passion. It's wonderful to scuba dive, but if I were to actually develop it, well, what would I do? I would train with the top people in the world. I would start associating with them. I would start looking for exciting places to scuba dive. I would get video footage of myself scuba diving and put it on a website, put it on YouTube. I would start to attract attention around the fact that I am passionate about scuba diving. I would develop products about scuba diving. I would write a book about scuba diving. I would develop my passion. It's not good enough just to have the passion. You must develop it as your stairway to success. Also, stop making excuses and start believing in yourself. This isn't just some silly motivational line. You need to realize that you need to start believing in yourself. The truth is that there is power in belief. Attitude is everything when it comes to manifesting wealth. So decide to become wealthy. And here's what I want you to do. Make money work for you. The wealthy mind knows that you don't work for money. Money works for you. Choose your prosperity and abundance. And this means clearing your thoughts of any negativity toward money and realizing that being rich is a blessing. Poverty is actually not a lot of fun. And get excited and determined. The more pumped you are for wealth, the easier it will be to manifest it. Now, I want you to join me in the next module as I share with you the concept of understanding how manifestation works for wealth. I'm Steve G. Jones, hoping you have an outstanding day.